the timeless hero, the savior of all. Today we have the king. His strength is all but unknown, and facing him in battle is an enemy's worst nightmare. Today, we are using the king in the Dark Mirror, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. Okay, so here we are in Act 1, just before the Yggdrasil fight, and today we are using my favourite skull in the entire game. Today, we have the Prisoner.
Hey, that's pretty good.
So Prisoner here is a physical speed skull, and we've got 100 bone fragments, so we can get this guy up to legendary after Yggdrasil, which is really important for king, because you want to get him upgraded as soon as possible, so he finds some chests to get the better weapons. And for the items we are rocking, we have the standard issue sword, the Carlane insignia, and the solar sword.
It is decent!
So if we can find the lunar ring to get Fulgent Dawn, that would be extremely lucky. And Yggdrasil here shouldn't be causing us too many problems, so let's just go ahead straight away and kill him.
Okay, let's go.
Now we've got my favourite move on the Prisoner here in the broadsword. Unfortunately, we don't also have the assault shield. Luckily, the bomb early game isn't exactly too bad. It's just not getting any kind of amplification from the items we have right now, but with its low skill cooldown, it is quite good. And the way we're going to be trying to build Prisoner here is, if we can, we want to be trying to find Gunpowder Sword and Kyrian and going for a crit build. Other than that, you can either build him out with 4 wisdom or 4 courage, depending on what skills and items you find. The only thing I say is you do not want to be swapping out as king, because you do not want to be losing your dead cells, because when you do swap out, like Skul, you do lose all of your cells, which are giving you the increased attack, the reducing in damage and skill cooldowns. And Yggdrasil here should be out of his first phase after a few more basics. We'll be playing this just nice and smart, waiting for our skill cooldowns on the sword to come through. Unlike last time where we didn't find the wolf trap, if we can find that on the circular sword, that would be extremely good. If not, we do want to find the symmetrical lance, because that is easily just his best skill for clearing out rooms. And if you've never actually given Prisoner a go, I would highly recommend it. He is extremely overpowered, and from a comment on my last video that I got, I was in fact wrong. Prisoner has never actually been nerfed in the game. He was just broken at one point in time in the Dark Mirror, where he wasn't actually able to find any of his chests. And Yggdrasil should be down here after a final swing, and there we go, the first act is completed. Now let's open the chest here. What are we going to be getting? We're just going to be taking the Executioner's Axe for the increased physical attack, and we can move on to the curses. Okay, so I did just want to interrupt today's video to say thank you guys for all the support we have been getting on the recent videos, and we are trying to hit 350 subscribers by the end of March. So if you are new here and you do enjoy the Skul content, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you are new here, and let's get back into today's build. And we are actually going to be taking this cursed ability here. I'm not going to say it because I'll probably pronounce it wrong, but every time we kill a dark enemy, we are going to be getting a 10% increase in our physical attack and magic attack. So let's pick that up. We're also going to be picking up Super Baby, maxing that out, and let's move on here to Act 2. But before that, we can come down to Arachne and upgrade Prisoner into Legendary. And here we go, we have the Legendary King. We're still going to be prioritizing Skull rooms because we do want to get the totems maxed out. And let's drop all the way down here. We're going to be using the bomb and the broadsword to just kill everybody else. We're going to be waiting for the Gatling Gunner to do his attacks, and then we can go in for the kill. Let's use the broadsword to deal a ton of damage to these guys. And as king here, we do really want to be trying to find some chests, because that is how we go and upgrade and swap out our weapons, because we do not want to be keeping the bomb for too much longer. Getting him this early in the game is extremely good, because we'll be able to have a little bit better luck in actually finding some chests. And let's see who we get. Hunter can get destroyed, and we do find our first one. Let's clear out the room before we do go and open this up. We're going to be killing the 2 height guys before anything else happens. Let's go for the broadsword, and let's open the chest here. What are we going to be getting? The ice crossbow I would actually rather have than the grenade, because you can use it to pierce enemies whilst these Gatling gunners are attacking. We just want to be waiting for them to finish. We can then go in for the broadsword, kill all 3 of these guys, and we are really just needing some extra physical or magic damage, because we are really not doing too much at the minute. Let's make our way to the other side, use the crossbow to freeze and kill just everybody else. We do have the remaining ones, so let's speak to you, get the 3 bone fragments, and Berserker here can just get destroyed. Let's see who we get. Genie can also get destroyed. We're onto the shots. Let's take the food. Let's also just open the green flask, let Werewolf get destroyed, and we have re-rolled for an item. We're just going to be picking up the Voodoo Doll for now, getting that extra extra revive, which is certainly not bad. And we just really want to be trying to find as many bone rooms as possible. If we could get a little bit lucky and find either a unique or a legendary to get this guy's totems upgraded nice and early, that would be great. Let's go and want to just finish off this priest before he does anything else. We can finally make our way up top, kill the remaining guys up here, and if we do happen to find some better magic items, we might be in for a magic king run.
So that was a lie.
Because the ice crossbow is certainly not bad because it pierces and guarantees crits when fully concentrated. Let's go up top, pierce all these guys, and we do get another chest that we can open. Let's come up top. We just want to be able to kill the trumpet dude before anything else happens. Let's take the money, open the chest, what we're going to be getting from it, and the powerful grenade is not what I want. I don't just want to be swapping from skills back to fourth. Let's freeze you. We're going to be going for the trumpet dude first. Let's go for the broadsword to do a ton of damage to you, and the butler here should be dead after a few more skills. Only got the few remaining enemies up here. Luckily the basics should just be able to finish them off. Let's take the money and we are on to the adventurer fight. Now if we could find Kyrian, that would work extremely nicely for us. I really thought I could just hold that concentration bar there, but that was a lie. So we are just going to be going after the priestess first because she is the more annoying one. Let's go for the broadsword here to get a ton of damage on both of them. Let's just hope you teleport into the corner. Let's get the crossbow freeze on you, and we cannot attack you right now. And having the fire mage as the support adventurer in this fight is extremely annoying because she loves to just leave fire on the ground exactly where the priestess is, and this is going to be a very slow fight, so I'm just going to speed this up. Let me just go kill these lot. And the priestess here is finally dead. That took just way too long because she just heals so much. And we do not have the greatest items at the moment. We just want to be killing this paladin as quickly as possible. And after this broadsword, he should not have any health left. Let's search these two up. And we're going to be taking the warrior's pauldrons. Let's destroy the ent. And we're going to be putting the rest of the bone fragments into the HP. Let's take the next skull room. Like I said, if we can find some legendaries or some uniques, that would really help to get the totems maxed out on this guy. And you can really tell that these dark enemies here do have that extra 30% from the curse. Luckily, like I said, every time we do kill them, we get that extra 10% damage increase, which is certainly more helpful for us over time because we're fighting probably around 7 to 8 of these guys every single act. So getting that early was actually probably quite big because we'll be able to get a few 100% damage bonuses on top. And right now, we could certainly use that help. We've only got the one dude up top here. Let's see who we get. Mummy can get destroyed. We are actually be taking the next item room. And come on, game, just give us a few chests to be able to find some new weapons because we could certainly use it at this point in time. And we're just going to be taking out this purple enemy as quickly as possible. Let's go fully freeze, and that shouldn't be able to affect us. And I think that curse that we picked up is probably going to be a much bigger deal breaker than I am thinking right now, because after just fighting 3 of these dudes, I can actually really feel the difference in damage that we are doing. And let's open the ominous chest. Okay, so we're just going to be destroying the cursed live embers because I don't want to do another masterpiece run. Let's open the shop. We're going to be taking the 10 max life, and we do go ahead and find Thieves Black Steel daggers, so let's take them, swap out mage for minotaur, and if we can find gunpowder sword now, that will work out extremely well.
Aiming ball of foreshadowing.
Or if we do find the invisible knife and go for a magic build with this dude. And let's open the chest here. We're going to be trying to get this for the 600 money that we've got. I'm just a little bit shy, so let's take the money. Let's go ahead, open the chest, and aftershocks, I mean, I guess we'll take it for now. Let's head on to the next skull room. And this game is really not being nice to me in terms of finding some actual damage items. Yes, Thieves Black Steel daggers is insanely good to find and also just an insanely good item, but it is more of a utility than just a big damage boost, which is mainly what we're actually just looking for right now. And we do find a chest finally, thank God.
Thank you.
So let's just kill the final few enemies here, open the chest, and what are we going to be getting? And we do find the cleaver, so let's take this for the ice crossbow. Let's see who we get. Froskull can just get destroyed, and let's move on to the sisters fight. And now we found cleaver, this run is just going to go insanely good, so we can just move on to the sisters. Shouldn't be causing us a problem at all.
This big brain
brain time.
And here we go onto these sisters. Now we found the cleaver. This run is just going to be an absolute breeze. It is one of his best skills, especially for killing bosses. So unlike the last run, if we can actually find Wolf Trap now, that would be insanely lucky for us. We're just going to be waiting for one sister to come and sit in. Let's activate the cleaver on her. Let's just hope you just sit in that and take tons of damage. And now all we really need is some actual better physical damage items, because we're not doing enough on that front. But the items we've found, like thieves, are going to help with that. Let's use cleaver here while she's sat in the corner. She should go for that move. We can dodge through it. Let's just get the damage off here while she's stunned sat in the corner. Go for a broadsword, and whilst that one sister's coming, let's go for the cleaver shots. Deal some big damage here whilst you're just sat in that. And the sisters here shouldn't be having too much fun. We're going to be doing a lot of damage here, just waiting for this one to actually die. Let's activate the cleavers, and of course you want to move whilst I use it. And this run is taking just a little bit longer than usual, mostly because we don't have the actual items to help with our damage right now. But luckily this first sister shouldn't be surviving too much longer in the corner here. We're on to phase 2, and we really just want to be playing this smartly here. So let's activate cleaver, go for the broadsword straight away. That should be able to do some good damage to the second sister here. And this fight is just all about playing it nice and safely, because this sister can really do some damage to you if you're not careful. So let's just let her sit in the cleaver here, go for the basics. You want to be sitting right there to not take any damage from that. Let's wait for it to do that. We can throw the cleavers on it and use the broadsword. Let's go for the insane damage. We're getting loads of crits, and if we could just go ahead and find gunpowder sword, that would really make us do a ton more damage. Let's go for the broadsword again. Let's wait for it to do that attack, set the cleavers on it to get some damage off. Let's go for the broadsword. Let's go for the cleavers again while she's sat still. That is where we can only really do our good damage. But this fight really just isn't made for every skull, because these sisters just love to move around so much. And this should be the final time the sister is alive. You can just sit in the cleavers for us. Let's go for a broadsword hit, and we are doing a lot of damage on our skills. It's just everything else we're not doing too much damage with. And just sit in those cleavers for me. The sister should be dead out of this phase, and there we go. These sisters are down. Took a little bit longer than we'd liked, so if you can give us a good item for that fight, let's see what we get. And we do find a great quintessence in Susno here, so let's pick that up and move on. And what we're doing is putting a point into Predicted Pain, upgrading that, and also buying Soul Strike. Let's move on here to Act 3, put the rest of the bone fragments into the HP, take the next skull room, and we are going to be trying to prioritize some item rooms just for the little bit here, because we do want to get our items to actually deal some damage to these guys. We don't want to fall down, so the broadsword should be able to finish you off, and then we just want to keep the alchemist here, or just drop down ourselves. There is a chest down here which is actually quite useful for us, so let's use the cleavers, go in for the big golem here. Let's go for the cleavers into the corner. This second golem shouldn't be surviving, and we do get invincibility frames on this, so let's just move the bomb away, open the chest. What are you going to be giving us? The sonic carbine is not what I want, so let's just go up top. Let's deal with the purple enemy here, just move him onto the stairs just to make this fight a little bit easier. And we've got the final dude up here, so let's just go for the stun, activate the cleavers to let Freezer sit in it and take some decent amount of damage. Go for a broadsword, and let's see who we get. Monkey can get destroyed. Let's move on to the item room. And we're going to be popping Susano here. Let's use the broadsword to kill everybody else. And let's open the chest here. We are just going to be taking thief armor for now, moving on to the shop. And we do go ahead and find Pain and Despair, so let's take this for the aftershocks and swap Minotaur out here for Great Warlock. We're also going to be destroying the voodoo doll and buying the food. And like I said, all I can really ask for now is that we do go ahead and find gunpowder sword to just help our damage with go-getter, because we have already found thieves, so we really just want to get some better crit synergy. Let's open the chest, take the next skull room, just trying to make our way over to these sisters fight as nice and quickly as possible. We'll activate the cleavers on you, and these guys are taking a lot of damage right now. It's not like we're doing just little amounts anymore, so I don't really know what has changed, but it seems like we are killing everybody just that little bit easier. Let's see who we get. Ryder, we can swap out for Warlock. Let's make our way over to the Adventurer fight. And here we're going to be fighting the Thief, the Archer, and the Warrior. Let's start off by popping Susano here, going in for a slam, and let's activate the Circular Swords just to do a ton of damage to these two. I cannot really see what's happening right now, so let's just play it a little bit safely. We want to be going after the Archer first, because she is the more annoying one. Let's activate the cleavers so she can take some good damage here. Let's make her go into the corner so we can just go for the stun, and this should be doing a ton of damage to her. Let's activate the cleavers in the corner on both the archer and the thief. And the thief, we do want to stun so he doesn't get his ultimate move off. And the archer is nearly dead. If we can find her legendary, that would be very nice. We've only got the paladin and the ninja to worry about. And the ninja's nearly dead, so we're just going to be popping Susno here. That should be doing a good amount of damage to these two. Let's throw the cleavers into the corner, and the thief should be dead. We've only got the paladin to worry about, so let's stun him, get him into his ultimate state, and whilst it's a 1v1, this guy isn't going to be doing anything to us. And you should be dead after a few more hits. Let's search all these guys up, and we'll take the hunter's boots, and we're going to be picking up the bone of courage for the Carlane insignia. Let's use the rest of the bone fragments to get the health totem nice and maxed out. Only need one more tick in there, and then we can move on to the skill cooldowns. But we are going to be prioritizing a few item rooms just for a little bit, because the increased damage that we have been getting is nice, but we really want to be trying to find gunpowder sword and some extra crit damage. And let's see who we get. Mummy can get destroyed. Let's move on to the item room, and like I said, if you have not used Prisoner by now, I would highly recommend it. He is just so good. Even though we're not doing the best of his abilities at the moment, he's still so much better than most other skulls are. Let's just kill this purple dude to get the extra damage off of him. And if we could only find Wolf Trap now, we do have a chest to be able to find it. And let's open the chest. What we're going to be getting. The Wave of Denial is not worth it, so let's open the ominous chest here. And Soul Killer is just going to get destroyed. Let's move on to the shop. We're going to be taking the 20 bone fragments. Let's buy the blue flask, swap recruit out for Ryder, and we can move on. Let's use Susno. We do get another chest, one more chance at trying to find good old Wolf Trap. Other than that, if we could find some cursed chests as well, just to get the extra damage, it would be quite good. We're going to be going for the purple enemy here. Swap over. Let's just kill Freezer with a few basics. And if you didn't know, Freezer actually does block projectiles, so with thief armor and stuff, he's not going to be taking any damage from it. Let's open the chest. Please just give us something good. And the heavy crossbow just isn't what I wanted. The halfling girl up here isn't actually bad. We'll be able to get some decent HP recovery off of you. I mean, I'll take the 20%. Let's move on. Take the money. Move on to the next item room. Let's activate Susno here. We're going to go up top, try and kill the golems first before anything else happens. And he is literally wiping out everybody on the screen. I can't really be complaining about this damage, even though we're killing purple enemies slower because they have the extra 30%. Everybody else doesn't, so we are doing a lot of damage now, getting a 120% boost off of our curse. Let's open the chest here, and the Hand of Glory we will actually take for the hunter's boots. And let's move on here to the Chimera fight.
Okay, let's go.
And Chimera here shouldn't be causing us too much of a problem, because Cleaver can just actually decimate him. So let's activate that, pop a broadsword. We're going to be waiting for the Susno cooldown to happen to activate you. That should kill most of you, deal a good amount of damage to this guy. Let's just wait for our cooldowns to come back on the Cleaver. We want to be dodging through all these attacks. Let's hit him with a broadsword, stick another Cleaver at his feet, and we're really just waiting for all our skill cooldowns here, because that is how we're going to be doing the tons of damage to this dude. He's already on half health. Predicted Pain really helping in dealing damage to this guy. Let's go for the broadsword. We want to be dodging through all the poison. Let's jump up, dodge through all that attack, activate the Cleavers and the broadsword again, and this is where Chimera is just going to be dead in a few more hits. Let's let Cleavers do its job, activate the broadsword, and Chimera is going to be dead. And let's open the chest here. What are we going to be getting? And we do actually get the Veiled Mask. And because of Thieves, we're still going to be able to get some crits. So let's pick this up for the Warrior's Pauldrons. And let's move on to the Curses. And let's put our final point into Predicted Pain. And let's move on here to Act 4. But before that, we can put the rest of the Bone Fragments into the skill cooldowns. And let's move on here. Really just trying to find Gunpowder Sword or a little bit extra crit rate with the Veiled Mask. And maybe a few better skills at the chests we can find. And let's see who we get. Guts isn't going to be doing anything, so we're just going to be activating Susno here to finish the job on you. Let's wait for you to get in the corner and we can do some real damage. Let's dodge out of the way of all that. The broadsword is one-banging a lot of people, so we are doing some good damage, and the reroll NPC, like I said, is not a problem for us, so we will just go ahead. Let's kill the dudes up top. Let's open the chest. What are we going to be getting? And the carbine again. Please leave me alone. Give me the wolf trap or the symmetrical lance. That's all I want in life. And we're going to be activating activating the cleavers here just to kill the big dude and his plate armor. Let's go in for the broadsword strike, activate the cleavers. We'll pop Susano here to help. Let's activate the broadsword, and this guy is just doing so much damage to me. The double swings on him really just aren't helpful. Let's dodge out of the way, use cleavers here, and activate the broadsword. He should be dead after these final few hits. Let's throw a cleaver over in that direction. That should help kill the priest and the asteroid dude. And if we do actually hit a crit with broadsword and stuff, it is literally doing so much damage. Let's destroy Gargoyle. Really just trying to make our way over to a shop as quickly as possible to get some extra HP. And we do find another chest in here, which is great. We're going to be going after Guts first. Let's use the broadsword to finish him off. Open the chest here, and the fire grenade is not what we want, so let's pop Susano, stick a cleaver up there, and let's let the cleavers do their job. They should be nearly finishing off the brawler executioner, and you can kind of cheese it there against him, which is certainly not what I was planning to do, but it is what's going to be happening. Let's kill the candle throwers. The reroll NPC again is totally worthless to us, so we're not going to be releasing her. Let's take the money, move on to the shop. We're going to be buying the food, and we do go ahead, find the forbidden sword, which is extremely good. Let's pick this up for the thief armor, and we are going to be locking in our fourth and final rapidity. And let's take the next bone room here. If you can just find a few uniques or some legendaries or some cursed chests for the extra damage, I certainly am not going to complain. We are going to be coming over here, popping Susano, activating the good old cleaver and the broadsword to kill you lot. Let's just make our way in here. We can sit in top and just use the basics and the normals to kill all the summoners here. The cleavers and a broadsword should be able to finish this guy off. Now let's open the cursed chest, and phaser 3 isn't what I want, so we will just go ahead. Let's see who we get. Living armor can get destroyed. Let's take the next item room here, and we're really just trying to get Kyrian evolved all the way up to its legendary state just before the hero fight. So if we can get lucky, fight a few spawners, that would really help out. And let's see what we get in the chest. We do get the assassin's dagger, which I said I did need, so let's pick this up for the executioner's axe, and let's move on to the adventurer fight. Let's get rid of our debuffs, and who are we going to be fighting? Just don't give me the archer. Okay, the fire mage isn't certainly a good choice because our cleavers aren't going to be able to actually damage it unless she sits on the floor, so we're just going to have to kill it with the broadsword and Susano, which isn't really a problem, especially if she just sits here. We do some good damage to her there. Let's activate the cleavers on that trap, and that should be doing an insane amount of damage while she just sat on that platform. Let's go for a broadsword here, and I really just want you to sit on the ground for me. So let's activate the cleavers. She should sit for a third time in there. Let's go for the broadsword, and now you can just deal the big damage to the lady. Let's just wait for our Susano to come on cooldown, and that is where we're going to be getting our big damage from in the end. If not, we're just going to have to wait for our cooldown on the broadsword to come back every now and again. And like here, we can do some big damage. Pop Susano. Let's pop the cleavers on the second attack, and she should just sit right in it. And there we go. She is dead. And I know Susano is an extremely good quintessence, but we do go ahead and find Troll. So we're just going to have to pick that up because that works extremely well with the Veiled Mass. And let's move on over here. Use the rest of the bone fragments into the skill cooldowns. And I'm really wanting to just try and get this gosh damn broadsword out of my inventory because it is still just very, very bad for us, because getting the broadsword and keeping it at this level of the game is really not exactly helping the run anymore, just because it doesn't do any kind of damage. Luckily, with Troll activated, we are just doing insane damage with the Veiled Mass. Oh my god. And thank you for one of the commenters who told me to take the Veiled Mask on, I think it was a samurai video, because I have never actually used the thing, but if you can get some crit rate, it is so highly worth it to pick it up just because your crit damage goes through the roof. Let's see who we get. Minotaur can get destroyed, and if you can maybe get a little bit of gunpowder sword, that would just really help out. It doesn't matter, everyone is dying insanely quickly now. That is the good old power of Prisoner, and like I say, why you should always pick him up if you find him, because he's just the best skull in the game. There's just no doubt about it in my mind that there's no one that can beat this guy. He's literally one-tapping bosses and enemies every single hit. Now let's just stick the cleaver on the big dude. He should just die from that. Let's go in, hit him with a broadsword, and you are dead. Let's see who we get. Ninja can get destroyed. Let's move on. And all that I can ask is that we do go ahead and try and get Kyrian maxed out. We are somewhat far away, still sat at only 100, so we might not actually be able to get it. So what we might have to go and do is swap it out if we find something better, because it giving us only 15% attack right now is just completely useless. We'll activate Troll so the cleavers can just deal a ton of damage to that dude. Let's go in for that and the Executioner. I don't know why meteors are still getting spawned when I'm not even down there, but okay, we're just going to be killing the big dude. We've only got the Executioner left, so let's wait for him to do his attack so we can dodge through that, come back to him. Whilst he's sat in the corner, he's just going to be dead here. Let's open the ominous chest. Nothing good, so we'll destroy the Scent of Whisperers, move on to the shop, and we're going to be taking the food, swapping out DP for Recruit, and let's move on here to the next item room. And we are really just looking for a debuff totem because we are currently sat on 8, so if we do get hit, we are going to be taking a ton of extra damage alongside the cursed chest that we did open. And let's open the ominous chest here. Let's destroy the Coin of Extinction, move on to the next Skull room, and we do get an NPC down here. It is the reroll again. Please just, like, I don't know, give us King Slime or something, because that would help insanely much. And we do get another chest finally. Even those guys are just dying in one hit. Let's open this. Please let me swap out the broadsword for something. It doesn't like me, these chests. They never have. And let's see who we get. Living armor can get destroyed. Let's move on to the Joan fight. Now, you all know Joan has her 2 stages, so it shouldn't be any kind of a problem. So let's just go and kill her.
Okay, let's go.
And all I can really ask is that we do find a semi-decent item to swap the Forbidden Sword out with, because we're not going to be able to get this guy maxed out to Legendary and get the Sword of Kyrian anytime soon, which is quite unfortunate. And just look how many cells the cleavers are giving us now. Let's just move on towards this right-hand side totem, and it is dying so quickly. One more cleaver and it should be dead. And there we go. The broadsword is going to finish it off. Let's just wait for our skills to come back, and let's see how long it actually takes us to kill Joe. Let's pop the cleavers, pop Joe, the troll, and now we are doing so much damage to this lady. Oh my god. Let's just dodge through that. We can just walk around. We'll hit with a broadsword every now and again, and I'm really just waiting for her to go and sit on the middle platform. We should be able to just sit on this right-hand side here and take no damage. Joan here is nearly dead. We just need to wait for a few of our skill cooldowns to come in, and whilst you're sat in the middle, you are just going to be dead, lady. Let's activate Troll, and you should just be able to finish her off. Let's hit with a broadsword, and that was one of the easiest Joan fights of my life. And let's open the chest here. What are we going to be getting? And let's just destroy the Manatech Cudgel for the extra money. Let's move on here to Act 5. And we can put our final curses into Soul Strike, get that nice and maxed out. And let's move on here, use the remaining bone fragments into the skill cooldowns and the physical attack. Got the skill cooldowns nice and maxed out. Only got 4 ticks on the physical attack, so we're just going to be making our way over to the adventurers. And if you can give us a chest just before the hero fight, I would just love this game. And we've just been making our way over to the shop, and we are just going to find the Miracle Drug of Rage and moving on here. And it is about that time, guys, where I do say, if you have enjoyed today's video and you do want to help support the channel, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you are new here, and there will be a playlist linked down in the description to all my other Skull videos and the Discord. And there's not one thing left for us to do except go and kill the hero. Well, let's open the chest here. Come on, just give us the wolf traps. We only get the blood sword. I mean, it's probably better than the broadsword, but it's been with us the whole run, so let's just keep it. And this run is insanely OP. So let's go show and kill the hero with it. So you all know he's got his 2 phases. He's not going to be doing any damage to us in his first phase. Let's just wait for him for the skill cooldowns. We'll activate the cleaver. Let's let him sit with that and use troll. That should be doing some good damage to the hero. We really just want to be taking our time, just letting him sit in the cleaver traps as much as possible. Let's go for the broadsword. Just completely miss. And whilst he's doing this attack, let's activate the cleavers, activate troll to get some big damage with the veiled mask. I just cannot see what he's doing because of all the cells we're getting. Let's dodge through all those bombs, and he's got not too much health left, so a few more skills should be able to take him out. Let's just let him sit in the traps, dodge out of the way of you. Let's activate the cleavers and the broadsword. He's going for his big attack here, so let's just dodge through all this. And when he's finished this off, we will put a troll down and the cleavers. Let's just let you sit in that, take some good damage, use the broadsword and the cleavers again, and this guy is not going to be living for too much longer. And the first hero is out of his first phase, so we've still got a decent amount of health left. We've got the revive. This second second phase shouldn't be causing us a problem. So let's go ahead, let's grab these cells at the start. We'll dodge through that attack, activate the broadsword, put down the cleavers, so you can just sit in there for me, take some big damage here. Let's dodge out the way of this attack, and this is where you can do some big damage to the first hero. Let's just sit him in the cleavers there, dodge through his waves, and he should come down. Let's activate the cleavers here, do some big damage with these activated, and we're taking a bit more damage than I would like in this second phase, but we should be fine. Let's activate Troll. Let's move our way into here, use the cleavers and the broadsword. Let's pop the cleavers down for a second time so we can just sit in there, take some good hits from us, and we should be fine to just sit there, pop the cleavers down, go in for some big damage on this guy, and let's pop Troll so he gets taken a lot of hits. He did just move out the cleavers, which is unfortunate. We want to be jumping out the way to dodge that attack. Let's activate the cleavers, go in for a broadsword hit, dodge out the way of all you, and this guy is taking a ton of damage here. We just want to be keeping it nice and safe. We don't want to be using the revive anytime soon here. Let's activate the cleavers, go into the middle, and we're just waiting for Troll to get cooldown, and we did use the revive, which is quite unfortunate, but we should be fine. Let's drop the cleavers down, activate Troll, and now we can go in for the big damage here, go for the cleavers again, and we should be nearly dying very, very soon. Let's pop the cleavers down on that attack. Let's use the broadsword, pop the cleavers down, and we are so nearly dead. We're on literally 2 health. This guy is also nearly down. Let's dodge through that, use the broadsword, and if we take one more hit, we are dead, but same with this dude. So let's pop Troll, use the broadsword, and he is finished. Got very close at the end there, but we did kill him, and that is Dark Mirror 10 finished. Okay, so that was our prisoner run in Dark Mirror level 10. So if you guys did enjoy it, you do want to help support the channel, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new here. This has been Mystic, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.